get the whole game tonight. Meanwhile, Adam Lowry started on the wing tonight, though. We will see him at center. And it is our first look at number 9 as we get ready for the Jets and Oilers. It's all coming up next. As we get ready for this preseason tilt, the second of 7, winning or the final score doesn't matter as much to Paul Maurice as seeing his club advancement. 2 areas he is specifically looking to see pick up. They want to see whether or not they get their systems down better tonight, as well as keep their intensity level high. Good evening, everyone. Tonight will be the first time that we see Evander Kane, Mark Scheifele, and Blake Wheeler's line out here during this preseason. Paul Maurice says that he wants to play aggressive, up-tempo hockey, while no 3 players on this roster perhaps embody that more so than these 3. Also, we knew that prospects were going to get a good look in these first 4 or so games. That is the case again tonight with Ehlers, Patan, Lowry, and Morrissey all playing in their second consecutive game. And as we head up, way up to the man upstairs, Dennis Bayak. Dennis, regardless of how things go for these prospects, we have to remember that when it comes to the Jets this season, young players will play a key role regardless, with Mark Scheifele and Jacob Trouba.
Well, certainly it's been an exciting off-season for those 2 as they try to prepare themselves for this season. We saw a number of veterans in the lineup the other night. It'll be a new crop of veterans in the lineup tonight for the Winnipeg Jets, but certainly some of the young players are back in the lineup again tonight for the Winnipeg Jets as they go back-to-back in the NHL preseason. Some of the numbers there from Morrissey, from Ehlers, from Lowry, and Nick Patan is the other underage that is in this game once again tonight. Let's hit downstairs. Shane Hnidy, your thoughts on what you saw from the youngsters in Game 1 on Monday?
Well, we saw them kind of evolve, get that first game under their belt, and that's exactly what they want to do. They want to kind of catch up to the speed, see what it feels like to be out there, know how much time you have. Now I want to see the adjustments they can make, how they can get in and out of traffic, how they can hang on to the puck, how they can shoot and make the right plays at the right time. It's all about them learning now this game at this pace.
Shane, there's always talk in every NHL camp about which young guys might make the NHL roster. You go back to last year, there was a couple of youngsters that they were expected to make the team, and they did. One of them being Mark Scheifele, who now sees his role totally differently from last year.
Well, absolutely. You look at those 2 young players, and you talk about having patience with players. Mike Scheifele is a perfect case. The way he started the year, everybody was wondering how he would work out. Well, he turned it around. The season maybe took a few bumps early on, but Mark Scheifele turned it around. You start to see the development of a player, how it works. They took their time with him, and it worked out well. And now we're seeing potentially as the number 1 center on this team, or 1A, 1B, whatever you want to put with him, Brian Little. But him between Kane and Wheeler has a lot of promise.
And a lot of anticipation going into this game tonight about that line. Mark Scheifele had a strong finish until he got hurt. He had 29 points in his final 39 games before suffering that knee injury against the New York Islanders. The other youngster that made the team last year, and his minutes just kept going up and up, is Jacob Trouba.
Well, absolutely. Kind of a little bit of a different scenario. Trouba came out of the gates flying last year, kind of exceeded all expectations, hit a bump in the road in the middle of the season, rather than the end like Scheifele when he got injured. But Jacob Trouba brought everything to the game the Jets needed. He's physical, he's good defensively, played in all solid defensive situations, and then he could jump in the rush when needed. 10 goals in 65 games. He just went beyond what they thought they could get out of a first-year defenseman. Usually a position that takes years to learn. Trouba looked like he'd been there 3 or 4 years.
21 times last year, Jacob Trouba led the Winnipeg Jets in ice time. For a rookie defenseman, that is very, very impressive. Jacob Trouba establishing a franchise mark for goals by a rookie defenseman. He had 10 last year, and everybody talks about the sophomore jinx. Jacob Trouba says he is ready to go, and like the rest of the Winnipeg Jets returning players, they have come on strong and they have come on ready to go at this training camp. The teams have gone through some fitness testing the last couple of games, or the last couple of days, and Coach Paul Maurice very impressed with what he has seen, not only from the returning players, but also from the young players. It's game 2 of the preseason, Winnipeg Jets and the Edmonton Oilers, and again, Jets on TSN. We will have all 7 preseason games for you. That's the Oilers tonight. It continues in Minnesota on Saturday, but tonight it's the all-Canadian matchup, Jets and Oilers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and welcome your Winnipeg Jets own Stacey Nattrass for the singing of O Canada.
Winnipeg Jets, Edmonton Oilers starting goaltenders for tonight. Laurent Brossoit will start for the Edmonton Oilers, an Edmonton Oil King Jr., but a Calgary Flames draft pick. Big-time numbers in Bakersfield last year. And Michael Hutchinson, who spent time in the ECHL, the AHL, and the NHL last year, finishing up with the Jets, will get the start in goal for the Jets tonight. And Shane, we might see Michael Hutchinson go the distance.
Well, I think it's going to matter on the amount of traffic and the amount of play he gets early in this game. Paul Maurice wants his goaltender to get into game action, and if he's feeling good through it, I expect to see him play the full 60 or beyond.
Paul Maurice telling us today our focus is to get 2 goaltenders ready for the start of the season. So, as you mentioned, depending on the workload, we'll see how long Michael Hutchinson stays in the game tonight. Referees are Gord Dwyer and Dave Lewis. Linesmen Ryan Galloway and John Brent. And the Oilers carry into the Jet zone Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And he forces Michael Hutchinson to make a save early.
Well, this is going to be the matchup all night, kind of 2 veteran lines. You got Kane Scheifele Wheeler against Nugent-Hopkins, Eberle, and Yakupov. And it's the Oilers versus the Jets, a little bit sloppy in their own end. Scheifele just turns and fires the puck right onto the stick of Nugent-Hopkins. He has a backhand, but Hutchinson able to make the grab and hold on. No rebound.
Face off to the left of Hutchinson. Paul Maurice's message to this line, Shane, play some defense. It's not how many chances you create. Cross ice pass. Morrissey got a bit of a stick on that. At the line, Oilers will hold it in, and now here come the Jets offensively. Kane on the offside. Kane pulls up, looks for Wheeler. Scheifele after a loose puck, cleared away from him by Eberle, and chipped in deep by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He and Morrissey go to the backboard. Jacob Trouba paired with Morrissey on the back end, has the puck. Sends it for Scheifele. Scheifele tried to lead to Wheeler, but Wheeler was headed to the outside. Scheifele sent the puck to the inside of the ice. Kane now steals. Kane tried to feed it through. Kosmachuk, 49-goal scorer in the OHL last year. Couldn't get that puck to settle down. Adam Lowry lowers the boom deep in the Oilers' zone. Hutchinson leaves for Adam Pardy. Leon Draisaitl Another underage trying to crack an NHL roster. Draisaitl snaps this up the middle onto the stick of Curtis Hamilton. Hamilton, the good wrist shot, and the save made by Hutchinson.
Well, the game's picked up right where he left off. Adam Lowry trying to make an impression. 5 hits last game, and tonight he starts it off with a big one on the veteran Benoit Pouliot as he sends him down to the ice. And Josh Morrissey and Jacob Trouba, you're talking about 2 picks, 2012 and 2013 first overall. Great job by Morrissey, shielding the check and then making the DDD pass. That's what he's got to do, those clean, quick breakouts out of his zone.
Nick Petan out now with Ehlers and Matt Halischuk. Ehlers, despite the fact he's over on the right side tonight, is playing left wing in this game tonight. He is as comfortable as he is on the right side. He is the same on the left. Came into the crease area, Brossoit tried to clear, and Laurent Brossoit makes a good save off Matt Halischuk.
Well, Matt Halischuk trying to find his way back on the club. It's competition, one of those bubble guys. A good first shift for him, some work behind the net. Tries to jam it on the short side. Brossoit gets over and then he spins, and Brossoit just sprawls out, able to get that left pad on that save. As Halischuk, a couple good chances on his first shift as the Jets want to try and open this one.
Only 46 games played last year for Matt Halischuk, some of that because of injury, as we get a look at Laurent Brossoit. Trouba has this bounce away from him. Eberle is after it. Jets carry back with Petan. Petan for Halischuk. Halischuk against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Hopkins will start right back up for the Oilers. Beats Nail Yakupov, who wears number 10 this year for the Oilers. Yakupov got it to the front of the net, couldn't get a shot away. Morrissey trying to clear it behind his own net, up the boards. Cormier goes in after it. Cormier with a good hit against Keith Aulie, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, the former Calgary Flame, and the former Tampa Bay Lightning. Aulie trying to find a home with the Edmonton Oilers. Cleft bomb for Aulie. Gets it to center, sends it in, and play is whistled down, and face-off will come all the way back.
Well, there's a look at Jets coach Paul Maurice as he gets to watch his second game. He's been through camp. As the games go on, he just wants to watch more recognition for what they're trying to do in their systems. He says it's a lot here. You don't want to overload the players, but you want to see which guys can pick up particular things, how well they can make their reads, and how well they can adjust.
The Jets only gave up 22 goals, and we have a timeout. Wow.
Wow, this is Dallas Eakins going early to the timeout call here, just early in this game, and not even 3 minutes in.
I mean, it was an icing call, and maybe his line was a bit tired. Maybe there's something out there that he didn't like.
Well, he's in a tough position. He's got this young Oilers club that he's trying to find the way into the postseason, and maybe he's sending a message early. He doesn't look happy for how early we are into this hockey game as the general manager, Craig McTavish, looks on from up top, and they'll get a rest here. It's his top guys out there, Yakupov with Eberle and Nugent-Hopkins, giving them a breather here after that icing call.
So, Scheifele, Wheeler, and Kane come out now against that top line. We're talking about Paul Maurice's arrival. In the first 11 games, the Jets only gave up 22 goals. And then injuries started to pile up a little bit, and things went a little south from there. And a lot of going south coincides with Mark Scheifele leaving the Jets lineup because of injury. Kane tied up there with Schultz. Oilers with some pressure. Darnell Nurse is after it. Gets to the line. It does get out. Kane jumps into the Edmonton zone after a loose puck. Schultz gets there first. Kane goes to the backboards with him. Scheifele steals the puck. Kane is on it. Grant Klitzum for Party, and Party's shot goes off Pitlick's stick, up and out of play.
Grant Klitzum back in the lineup, probably happy to be back on the ice and in game situation for him. Had back surgery last year that ended his season only 32 games. After signing a new contract with the Jets, he's trying to find his way back into this lineup on a regular pace, but he needs to know how that back's going to feel, and No better way than preseason.
Melchiori shot off the face-off. That went off a skate and wide. Elbow there by Pouliot as he got that left arm way up. Back in behind the Edmonton net. Will O'Neill kind of looked over at the officials after that arm came up, but no call. And the Oilers will control with Klefbom. Through the middle of the ice for Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets squeezed out. Patrice Cormier up for Anthony Peluso. Marincin lost his footing at center ice. There was a bit of a lane on that right side, but the Jets elect to dump it in. Anthony Peluso in with a good hit in behind the Edmonton goal on Gernat. And the Oilers will just send this all the way down the ice. And this is going to be another icing call against Edmonton.
Well, he can't call another timeout. Already used up here on another icing, but you mentioned the elbow, Dennis. Here's Pouliot coming in on Will O'Neill. The elbow way up on the back of the head. There's a missed call and early in this game, and you might see that. The officials maybe in a bit of preseason mode as well.
Miller winds up, fires, and Hutchinson will get the pads together, and that ends that rush for the Oilers.
Well, Michael Hutchinson, well-traveled last year. We've talked about how his season started. He started in Ontario, the Hawk, in the ECHL. Great numbers there, 28 games, a 208 goals against, a 921. Then he goes to St. John's. And how about his playoffs? 21 games, he had a 195 goals against average when taking St. John to the finals. So a great season from him, and then he ended with the 3 games with the Winnipeg Jets.
Finished up in mid-Canada, central Canada here in Winnipeg. Started off on the west coast, then went to the east coast in St. John's. So you're right, he was well-traveled last year. Kosmachuk trying to jam it up the boards. After it is Lowry. Pitlick is there for the Oilers. Lowry didn't see it. Dale Kessie slides it in behind the Jets net. And now controlled by TJ Gagliardi. Cross ice for Will O'Neill. He'll slide this into the Edmonton zone. Brossoit plays it behind his own net. Klefbom plays it up the boards. Jets in on the forecheck. Petan trying to keep it in the Edmonton zone. Klefbom's pass is deflected. And the Jets will start back with Ehlers. Ehlers for Halischuk. Got away from him, and there's Ehlers. And Coach Paul Maurice might have to remind Ehlers he's playing left wing tonight.
He likes to swing to both sides. You see that a lot from Blake Wheeler also, who's a right winger but loves coming down the left side.
In the high slot, Ehlers, the shot, and that didn't get to the net. Ehlers can fire it, and that did not get to Brossoit.
Oh, Nick Ehlers all over the ice trying to find the puck. Eventually comes to him out in the high slot. He's on that left side, tries to let that quick shot. He has a great release, but it just catches the stick of the defenseman, Justin Schultz, on net. We talked about Adam Lowry using his size and that bite he has to his game. He's hard on the wall against Pitlick.
Blitzum shot, that didn't get through. Adam Pardy plays it around the boards. Scheifele steals. Scheifele away from Darnell Nurse. Nurse recovers and ties up Scheifele. Wheeler in with a good hit. That forces a turnover. Wheeler trying to get some space against the checking of Darnell Nurse. Could not. Adam Pardy pinches in from the line, and this is going to be icing against the Oilers.
Well, the Jets doing a good job getting pressures. A few icings now that the Oilers have had to take because they've been under siege, and Blake Wheeler hard on that puck. You talk about speed on a line. Well, you got Scheifele in the middle. You got either side between those two men, Wheeler and Kane, with elite speed down both sides, the right and left wall.
Darnell Nurse looking for a loose puck. Kane takes it away, and Scheifele about to get a stick on that, and Justin Schultz cleared it out of harm's way just before Scheifele could get to it. Nurse back in his own zone. Schultz at center, he'll slide this through. Morrissey is after it. Curtis Hamilton is there. It's around the boards, and Scheifele plays it up for Wheeler. Wheeler led the Winnipeg Jets in scoring last year. And now that line starts to make the change. Scheifele, the last to get off, has the puck, feeds it through for Anthony Peluso, just out of his reach. Cleared back in, and Hutchinson will stop the bouncing puck and leave it for Jacob Trouba. For Eric Tangradi. Tangradi gets rubbed out by Miller, gets it deep into the Edmonton zone. Marincin to the backboards. Marincin knocked his man down. That was Patrice Cormier. At the line, kept in by Will O'Neill. He'll get a little bit of help from Anthony Peluso. Back for Cormier. Cormier centers it out front. Melchiori looking for Cormier. Jumping in from the line is Will O'Neill. Peluso takes that pass. Peluso being hounded there, twisting and turning, trying to find some room against Gernat. Cormier for Melchiori and off the heel of his stick. Back in for Patrice Cormier, wrist shot. Brossoit the save. Tangradi looking for a rebound, cleared away from him. And Tyler Pitnick will pass this up through the middle of the ice. Almost picking that off was Lowry. Adam Pardy dodged the check there from Kessie. Carried in by Gagliardi. The former Calgary Flame, TJ Gagliardi, finds Klitzum, and that hit a body in front of the net. Left bomb. Iwanek lost control. Here comes Gagliardi. Klitzum! Brossoit the save. Lowry jams at the rebound. And Laurent Brossoit hangs on, and Lowry now in the middle of it in front of the net along with Gagliardi. No score here in the opening period as we look at some physicality from Adam Lowry.
Both times, great reads by him as Gagliardi goes around the net. Klitzum pops into that open space, tries to get the shot there, blocked in front, comes out, but after that, Klitzum a great job afterwards as the rush will come back again. Great play, Gagliardi staying on the puck. Klitzum again, right in on top, finds the open space, gets a shot, Lowry right in front. So a couple good plays from the defenseman here as he's getting his timing and his feel back for this game.
December 17th in Buffalo was Grant Klitzum's final game last year because of that back surgery that you talked about. And you're right, working on his timing. Needs to test that back with some physicality. Wheeler gets it for Scheifele. Off of Darnell Nurse and wide. And the Oilers will take over in behind their own net. Darnell Nurse spins off a check. Through the middle for Jordan Eberle. Eberle for Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Hopkins into the Oilers, the Jet zone as the Oilers will go three wide, but it's turned over, and here comes Kane. Wheeler behind him. Kane, Wheeler, and a good recovery there by Ryan Nugent Hopkins to stay with Wheeler. Yakupov for Hopkins. Hopkins gets stripped of the puck by Kane, but the Oilers do control, comes to the side of the net, and now Scheifele will send it ahead to Wheeler. Wheeler will just flip it back into the Edmonton zone. Kane debated whether he should go after it or not, but elects to head to the bench on the change. Back up the boards for Nick Petan. Bouncing puck. Keith Ollie slammed it back in. That's offside called against Edmonton.
Dennis, you said Paul Maurice was looking for that top line to play well defensively. Here's a look at Scheifele on the back check. Party takes the guy. Kane comes for support. Mark Scheifele in the middle of the screen. Great job going to that middle of the ice, protecting the house. Stick in the pass lane, able to break that up. Quick transition the other way that sets up the play. Kane trying to find Wheeler, breaking to the net. And that's how to create offensive chances off good defense. Scheifele being in the right position. Good job in the middle lane. Takes away the pass, turns it quickly the other way.
He is a student of the game. I'm not sure there's anyone on the Jets team that watches as much hockey as Mark Scheifele.
No, he just loves all aspects of it. He follows it nonstop, and he just is a sponge, wants to learn.
Morrissey for Nick Petan. Ahead for Ehlers, knocked away from him by Draisaitl. Draisaitl carries. Kachev tried to get a stick on that, could not. Draisaitl's after it, takes a look. They jam it up in the backboard. Trouba knocked his man off the puck, and that allows Petan to get it to Halischuk. Halischuk got rocked as he did get it out of the zone, and then Keith Ollie came in and lowered the boom. Here comes Ehlers. Ehlers pulls it back, fired it off the leg and wide. Didn't get as much on that as it never got to the Edmonton net. Miller sends it in, and Jets will go back with Melchiori. Kept in by Curtis Hamilton on those far side boards. Petan is on it now. Petan to the line. And it finally does get out to center. Gernak puts it back into the Jet zone, and Hutchinson will play it. Oilers take away the boards. Jets get it outside the neutral zone. Lowry is after it, and this hits a glove on the Jets bench. Oilers have out-hit the Winnipeg Jets 7-4, and here's one of those 7 hits. This one from Keith Ollie. It's scoreless. Welcome back to the MTS Center. Yes, the home of the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets returning a number of players back to their junior teams today. Netfinder Eric Comrie back to Tri-Cities. Axel Blomqvist, Chase DeLeo, Jimmy Lodge, Blomqvist and DeLeo back to the WHL. Lodge to the O, Kostelik and Noje. The other players sent back, all with junior eligibility, Shane.
Well, exactly. Chance for Paul Maurice. He's still learning the system, the organization here for the Winnipeg Jets. And he got a chance to see those guys, not only in Penticton, but they get a few days of practice to see what they can do. And now let's send them back and let them develop.
I think they like what they saw from Nelson Noje. Here's a young man that did not see much action last year with the Saskatoon Blades because of injury. And he did some good things, both in Penticton and here in Winnipeg.
Yeah, he did. He's a real steady defenseman. Got injured with a shoulder injury in December. That wrecked his season. It's hard to take in a draft here, but the Jets were able to get him in the 4th round.
Darnell Nurse at the left point. Spins it around the boards. Justin Schultz to the front of the net. Hutchinson, I'm not sure he saw that, but he had that stick down and made the save. And now the puck leaves the playing surface.
Well, a little help from Will O'Neill on that play as the puck kind of was trickling towards the net. Oiler was on the back door as Adam Lowry go to the bench after that shift, but Will O'Neill, a good job just staying in position in front of the net, keeping that D-man. The Oiler on the back door, and O'Neill able to just swat it out of the danger zone there, right on top of the blue paint.
Very good year with the St. John's last year for Will O'Neill, 6 feet, 205 pounds, 26 years of age. Scheifele's line comes back out with Kane on the left, Blake Wheeler on the right, and Wheeler echoing the comments of Coach Paul Maurice. We need to be responsible defensively. That will create our opportunities, and patience might be the key word when we talk about this line, Shane. Don't expect everything to come together in one preseason game.
Well, they all like to put up points, they all like to score, but the big thing is, yeah, it may not happen right away.
Kane looking to lower the boom on Clefbaum. Here comes Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Backhand shot stopped. Nugent-Hopkins stays with it for Eberle. In from the line, Clefbaum, Hutchinson to save, Adam Pardy the loose puck. Party for Wheeler, in for Kane, he's in alone, to the backhand, and Brossoit to save, penalty coming up, and a penalty shot. Evander Kane, with 7:49 to go in period 1, awarded a penalty shot.
Well, when you have the speed on the wings like the Jets do on that line, you can do things like that, just throw it high and wide. Wheeler does, Kane picks it up. It's like a deep pass, and then as he goes to the backhand, he gets hooked up by Eberle, and now he'll have a chance to go one-on-one with Brossoit.
Kane in on Laurent Brossoit, fires it off the goalpost. Went high glove and hit that round pipe square.
Well, he beat everything but the iron. Evander Kane comes in, he's got that quick release, he gets all of that. Brossoit didn't even react in time, but it just catches the top of the bar. Quick release, great shot. Just needed about an inch lower.
Right off the crossbar.
You could hear that one throughout the rink. You just had to wait to see if it was going to drop down or go up.
Face off to the left of Brossoit. Kane is 1 for 11 in career shootouts. Through center ice, Kachev for Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl tried to play some give and go with Pouliot. Pouliot lost his stick. This is back into the Edmonton zone. And did that ever cross the icing line?
It just barely got across the icing line as they'll whistle it down. Paul Maurice may not be happy, but it'll bring it back. Just gets across the line, I think, in time as Cormier gives chase, and no, it does not. You're right, Dennis. Gernat tries to make it look, pushing. They know they made the wrong call. They'll bring it to center ice.
One of those strange caroms off the corner boards. Back, Anthony Peluso for Josh Morrissey. Peluso in on the forecheck for Tangradi. Tangradi for Nick Petan. Petan leaves for Peluso. Peluso being watched closely there by Darnell Nurse. Morrissey back to the front of the net. Good battle down low with Peluso and Nurse. Back for Miller. Squeezed out by Morrissey. That allows Jacob Trouba to get on the puck. Halischuk. As the Jets start back, Morrissey trying to join the attack. Ehlers has to circle back into his own end. Ehlers will leave. Picked up Trouba. That pass rattles off the shaft of the stick. Back to the Edmonton line. Ollie puts it back to the Jets line. Petan trying to turn it right back up the ice. Ollie poked it away from Petan. Pitlick gets it for Cale Kessie, and he'll send it in. Melchiori for Halischuk. Halischuk gets a little bit of help from Petan. Pitlick is going to hold it in, though. And now the Oilers will start a line change, and so will the Jets. Ehlers couldn't get that pass as Pitlick knocked it out of midair. Hutchinson will leave it there for Melchiori. For Will O'Neill, lead pass. In alone as Gagliardi scores! TJ Gagliardi in behind everyone. And the Jets lead 1-0.
Well, this is just a great pass, outlet pass. Will O'Neill goes all the way, almost 3 lines. Gagliardi coming off the bench, and he goes to the same place as Kane, but he gets it perfectly placed right under the bar. A great shot by Gagliardi off a fantastic outlet pass from Will O'Neill, and the Jets have a 1-0 lead.
So TJ Gagliardi, who had a year in Calgary last night that was not great offensively, and now trying to find a regular spot here with the Jets, originally a Colorado draft pick, and gives the Jets the 1-0 lead here in the opening period.
Gagliardi, you mentioned Colorado, had his career year there in 09-2010 season, 15 goals and 39 points.
1-0 Winnipeg Jets. TJ Gagliardi gets the scoring going in this hockey game.
So look at TJ Gagliardi. He gets the goal off a great feed from Will O'Neill, but there's a player that should get some credit. Watch over top. Nick Ehlers is on the wall. Puck gets stumped. Watch him get on his horse for the change. Ehlers goes hard across the ice, and then Gagliardi able to jump on. He goes right behind everyone, gets the feed from O'Neill. Great heads-up play and a great finish, but Nick Ehlers, a little detail when you're going to change hard. He does, coming across from the other side of the rink to the bench, kind of behind the play. That allowed Gagliardi to sneak onto the ice.
So Gagliardi opens the scoring. Will O'Neill and Julian Melchiori the assists at 14:09. Gagliardi has it at center. Kosmachuk took a bump. Gagliardi sends it in deep, and Scott Kosmachuk will go in after it. Kosmachuk shoulder down to the ice in the corner. After it, Gagliardi. Benoit Pouliot keeps an eye on him. Leon Draisaitl with the loose puck. Martin Gernat sends it around the boards. Kachev wearing Nail Yakupov's old number 64. As Yakupov has moved down the lineup to 10. Hutchinson leaves it for Grant Klitzum. Klitzum being watched by Curtis Hamilton, former Saskatoon Blade. Snapped in by Darnell Nurse. Hutchinson off the skate of Adam Pardy. The Jets do control. Errant pass for Wheeler. And now Pardy follows up on the play. Pardy runs into Darnell Nurse at the blue line. And the Oilers will control. Yakimov trying to cut to the middle of the ice. Back for Schultz. Schultz for Darnell Nurse, the shot. Hutchinson the save, rebound. It pinballed off a couple of skates and finally controlled by Scheifele. Nice little delay there by Scheifele, and he gets the puck to Wheeler. Wheeler tried to send Kane in. Scheifele follows up on the play, and Scheifele's shot rips wide, kept in by Will O'Neill. Kane is on the loose puck. Back for Scheifele. Save made by Brossoit. Scheifele. Scheifele stays on it. Jumping in from the line, Will O'Neill. O'Neill tried to get it back to Kane, didn't get enough on it. And that allows Darnell Nurse to skate to center and send it in. For the Oilers, number 10 is Nail Yakupov. Number 39 is Bogdan Yakimov. Try and keep those two separated.
Well, they're both from the same hometown, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll let you do that one, Dennis.
Oh, no. Way over there.
In Russia.
Yep. Patrice Cormier for Melchiori. Sends it up the boards. Trying to get it for Anthony Peluso. That didn't work. And Klefbom plays it back for Ollie and back for Klefbom. Oscar Klefbom to center and in. 17 games with the Oilers last year for Klefbom. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins plays it back to his own line. Marincin. Gernat, and Gernat will send it in. Icing waved off, so Hutchinson will stop it and leave it for Melchiori. Tried to use the net to his advantage. Jets do control. 1-0 on the goal by TJ Gagliardi, and here comes Nick Petan. Petan gets to the line, and just in ahead of the play is Matt Haluschuk. Jets are back at it on a Saturday night. Regional Jets on TSN. Preseason coverage continues. Jets into Minnesota Saturday. All gets underway at 7 p.m. Central on TSN 3. Available in the Jets region. For complete channel listings, visit tsn.ca/5. All 7 preseason games here on TSN 3. Pouliot in his 6th NHL uniform with the Rangers last year before signing the long-term deal as an unrestricted free agent with the Oilers this offseason. Leon Draisaitl, the Prince Albert Raider, along with Josh Morrissey, an ex-Prince Albert Raider. At least for now, we'll see what happens. Haluschuk plays it through for Nick Ehlers. Ehlers, 49 goals in his rookie year in the Q last year. Pouliot. That play gets broken up by Klitzum and Nick Petan. Led the Western Hockey League in assists, Petan did. Klitzum through the middle for Big Adam Lowry, gets away from him. Nurse is after it, Lowry is after him. Quick outlet pass by Schultz. Through center ice and no further as Yakimov got knocked down. Puck gets turned over and Miller plays it back for Curtis Hamilton. Hamilton looking for Yakimov. Couldn't get it to the forehand quick enough to get a shot away. Pile up in the corner, Morrissey. There along with Gagliardi, Hamilton. And taken by Gagliardi. And on the backhand, he'll just send this back to the Edmonton line, and that will allow the Jets to get a line change in. The Oilers start a line change as well. Eberle tried to get it to Yakupov. Intercepted. Here comes Kane. Kane to the front of the net. And Wheeler with a rolling puck. Couldn't get much on it. Scheifele trying to get a whack at it, and now a penalty coming to the Edmonton Oilers, and the Winnipeg Jets will get their power play to work for the first time tonight.
Well, the Jets almost. Blake Wheeler, a good chance. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will head to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. As the top line of the Jets with a good chance in front off a neutral zone turnover. Dallas Eakins will look at his team going short-handed for 2 minutes. It's right in front. Scheifele trying to walk out of the corner, and Nugent-Hopkins stick right underneath the arm, and we'll see this other power play unit go to work, Dennis.
Well, you have the one different dynamic. You've got Mark Scheifele, who is a right-handed centerman, where on the other power play, we saw it Monday, Matthew Perreault is a left-handed centerman. Wheeler trying to get it down for Scheifele. Back for Wheeler. To the line for Jacob Trouba. Trouba gets it for Kane. Kane, the wrist shot. Brossoit the save. In on the forecheck goes Kane. Knocks the puck free. Kept in by Trouba. Trouba looks for Morrissey and finds him. Morrissey in front of the net for Wheeler, and Brossoit clear that away. Scheifele off the sideboards. Scheifele trying to get one last shot on goal, does, and he fires that one wide. And the first period comes to an end.
Well, it's a first period for a lot of these guys. TJ Gagliardi gets to start. He's trying to get a regular spot here. Nice goal for him to open up the scoring, and for some of these young players, it's their second game, and for others, it's the first, like Kane, Wheeler, and Scheifele as they're looking to get going.
6 shots for Michael Hutchinson in that opening period as the Winnipeg Jets make their way to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead, and the goal by TJ Gagliardi from Will O'Neill and Melchiori. Very warm in Winnipeg today as nighttime comes to the city. The MTS Center as we bring you from the outside to the inside. 1-0 Winnipeg Jets lead the Edmonton Oilers. NHL preseason action. Second preseason game for the Winnipeg Jets, and they have the 1-0 lead. TJ Gagliardi, who was a member of the Calgary Flames last year, from O'Neill and Melchiori at 14:09 as he got in behind the Oiler defense. And interesting season, Shane, for TJ Gagliardi as he tries to find a spot on this roster.
Well, you said he's trying to find a spot. We mentioned that one spot on the wing opened in that top 9, and he's a guy along with the young players we talked about in the first game wanting to get that. I thought a real good first period from him. He's got good speed down that wall. He's a guy that has scored in this league before, and he showed it there with a nice goal in the first period. So TJ Gagliardi made a good case for himself in that first 20 of this game.
Telling Sarah Orlesky at the end of the period that he felt this was his best opportunity. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with the A on his jersey will start in the second period in the penalty box as he went off hooking at 19-18. So the Jets will continue with the man advantage. Did have a power play goal in the win against Minnesota on Monday, that coming off the stick of Dustin Byfuglien. Trouba for Scheifele, that caromed off the boards quicker than Scheifele was expecting, and it got by him. So Trouba will try it one more time. Blake Wheeler back for Scheifele. Scheifele carries wide on Schultz, drops for Kane. Kane back for Wheeler. Trouba. Wheeler in the slot. Wheeler fires off the goal post. So the Jets have hit that pipe a couple of times in this game. One in the first period at the other end of the ice, and now Wheeler here on the power play. Trouba through traffic, Brossoit the save. And this will get into the center ice area. Kane tried to slide that through for Scheifele. That failed to work. Morrissey will play it back for Jacob Trouba. Trouba getting pressured on the play from Tyler Pitlick. Here comes Kane. Kane puts on the brakes. Quick shot, score! Matt Halischuk gives the Jets the 2-0 lead on the feed from Kane.
Well, it's Gagliardi opens the scoring with a big goal, trying to make a claim, and now Matt Halischuk, a quick shot, but it's a great play. Morrissey up to Scheifele. Scheifele takes the hit, little late pass to Kane. He stops up, finds Halischuk. Halischuk, no time, just a quick play by him, off the stick, shoots it along the ice, beats Brossoit 5-hole, and the Jets have a 2-0 lead.
So for the second straight preseason game, the Jets get a power play marker. And interesting, the goal-getters in this game. We'll get back to that. Here comes Petan. Ehlers in front looking for Halischuk. And Keith Ollie may have saved the goal there. Blitzham. That didn't get through. And Petan. Out through center ice. Halischuk on the loose puck. He'll send it in. Scheifele with the other assist on that power play goal. Ehlers is after it. Ehlers battling in behind the Oiler net. Oilers control with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Through center for Jordan Eberle. Everly across the line looking for Nail Yakupov. That failed to materialize. And the Jets do control with Haluschuk. You always wonder where offense is going to come from, Shane. Matt Haluschuk had 15 goals with Nashville in the 11-12 campaign. TJ Gagliardi, who had the goal in the opening period, had 15 with Colorado. In the 9-10 season, Haluschuk had 5 last year. Gagliardi had 4. They would like to rekindle some of that offense.
Well, they're off to a good start, and you talk about getting confidence. It can come in the preseason, especially for players like Haluschuk and Gagliardi. So a couple big goals for those players.
Ketchup leaves it for Marincin. Marincin will get it to the Jets line no further. Melchiori for Adam Lowry. Chips it through to Gagliardi and back for Lowry. Lowry inside the Oiler line. Couldn't get it deep, but the Jets will get their line change in. And the puck taken there by Martin Marincin out of Slovakia. For Curtis Hamilton. Hamilton tees it up and Michael Hutchinson kicked it away. 7th save of the night for Michael Hutchinson. Darnell Nurse will send it in. Hutchinson, Trouba, plays it through for Cormier, and in after it goes Eric Tangradi. Tangradi first on the puck. Schultz falls in front for Peluso, and he didn't get enough on the redirect as Peluso was being hounded there by Yakimov. Miller after it for the Oilers for Curtis Hamilton. Hamilton, lead pass, Bogdan Yakimov. He tried to toe drag it to get a shot away. That failed to work, and Anthony Peluso back for the Jets against Keith Aulie. Now taken to the boards by Miller. Jets in a line change. Kane with it. In for Scheifele to Kane. And the slap shot just missed low glove. Blitzham has to scamper back into his own zone. Spins it against the flow of the traffic for Wheeler and on for Kane. Busts his way around Aulie. And Aulie gets a little bit of help as Tyler Pitlick got back to knock it away from Kane. Wheeler for Kane, back to Scheifele. Save made, scramble, pile up, where is it? Still loose, Wheeler, and Brossoit takes it off the stick of Blake Wheeler.
Well, it's tough to find the puck in the scrum in front of the net. Wheeler can't believe it. A couple chances. Some good work by this line. It all started with entry by Kane into the zone, then a little behind the back play to Scheifele. He's on top of it. Party comes in and dives. Kane dives at it. Wheeler finally gets it at the side of the net, and he just lifts it into Brossoit's glove. Can't get all, but thinks he maybe has a little more room, but right into the glove of the Oiler netminder, and Wheeler a little chuckle afterwards.
28 goals and 69 points for Wheeler last year. He led the Jets in goals and in points. Scoring chances in this game, 11 for the Jets and 2 for the Oilers. A redirect there by Haluschuk, kicked away by Brossoit. 2-0 Jets, goals by Gagliardi and Haluschuk. Petan is in after a loose puck cleared away from him. And Yakupov, cross ice for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Jordan Eberle. Hutchinson steers it away. And the Jets turn it right back up the ice. Here comes Ehlers from Haluschuk. Ehlers wide, Ehlers with a little bit of room. Ehlers looking, finds Adam Party, rebound, and Haluschuk couldn't get a clean whack at it. As the Jets turn that speedometer up a notch here in the second.
Well, you gotta like it, and it all started in their own end again with a good clean breakout. That's what started that chance. Ehlers finding Party.
Gagliardi drops for Blitzham. Through center ice for Adam Lowry, off the linesman and in. Lowry's after it. Gagliardi tried to knock it down. And Leon Draisaitl out of Germany. The Prince Albert Raider will take it there for the Oilers. Catch up. Pass in behind Pouliot. And now offside called against the Oilers.
Oilers look at Will Neal, but the Jets another breakout. Hutchinson, a good play. Clitsum right up the middle. Petan in perfect position up the wall over to Ehlers. He comes with speed, a little check move. Then he turns it on. Busts around the defense, around the net. Everybody collapses, finds the defenseman. Party slips into the hole. Lets a little bit of a shot go, rebound, but nice play by the Jets right from behind their own goal line to the Oiler net.
We talk about the Jets trying to be better defensively, wanting to be better defensively, and needing to be better defensively. The Oilers gave up 270 goals last year. That was most in the National Hockey League. Their 67 points was lowest in the Western Conference, and the 13 road wins, only Buffalo had fewer. So areas of improvement needed for both these teams. Cormier sends it in. Cormier in on the forward check with Schultz. Peluso has the loose puck. Anthony Peluso trying to find some room against Darnell Nurse. Kane for Peluso. Peluso twisting and turning. Kane is on the loose puck. We'll do a check to see if Scott Kosmachuk is on the bench, because we have not seen him for a while. Long wrist shot, that is cleared away.
He's still on the bench.
Thank you. Trouba, ask and you shall receive.
That's right.
Darnell Nurse couldn't hold that in. Keith Ollie will send it in, and this goes up and into the stands here at the MTS Center. Jets in front by a score of 2-0. Matt Halishchuk with the power play goal here early in the second.
Well, the Jets scoring chances lead 11-2 over the Oilers, and it's for reasons of the good forecheck. Patrice Cormier in hard. Justin Schultz just lays up. Cormier takes the body, gets the puck, pushes down, support from Peluso. Right now, the Jets are first on the puck. That's key. Little play to Evander Kane, who comes in for support. It's the puck support down low in those situations, and that's how you maintain puck possession. It doesn't always have to be pretty plays, but it's keeping control of that puck deep in the zone, being strong on the puck, and Patrice Cormier started all off. Good forecheck by him, and then the reads of the other players off that first hit.
Cormier, 26 points in the American Hockey League last year, was very good down the stretch for the St. John's Ice Caps. Is another one of those players that has had some opportunities here in the National Hockey League, but still looking to find a regular roster spot as this goes off a stick up and out of play.
Well, Evander Kane looks like he's starting to get that extra gear. We've seen it a few times this period. So good against the defenseman when he just chips it by. A defenseman doesn't have much choice. If Kane can't beat him, but if he just chips that puck by him, goes around him, he's either going to draw a penalty or he's going to get beaten the guy, and that's what you need out of Evander Kane. And it's all about finding that timing, finding that extra gear, and it's coming as this game goes on.
Talked about Brian Little the other night, the year that he had a career high for goals. He had a lot of power play time and had a lot of power play goals. Evander Kane's the same situation. The year that he scored 30 goals, he had 6 power play goals that season, which doesn't seem like a lot for Evander Kane, but he will get that opportunity on the power play this season. Justin Schultz through the middle of the ice. Curtis Hamilton goes after it. Adam Pardy goes after him. Hamilton's drop pass onto the stick of Halishchuk. Halishchuk gets it for Ehlers. He got bowled over on the far side. Nick Petan drops to Klitzum. Off his stick with a rolling puck back for Petan. Petan in behind the net. Petan spins it right through the blue paint. Adam Pardy at the line. Pardy takes it down low. Pardy doing some dipsy-doodling at the line for Klitzum. Klitzum shot off the backboards. Halishchuk couldn't get a stick on it as Justin Schultz gets it out of harm's way.
Well, the Jets a little bit more pressure from them as Nick Ehlers breaking up the wall, takes a hit from Nugent Hopkins as the Jets break out, take a hit, make a play. He takes the hit from Nugent Hopkins, but is able to get it over to Halishchuk, which is able to allow the Jets to maintain and get into the zone.
Adam Lowry back out. Lowry at center for this game tonight after playing left wing on Monday. Lowry's back in tonight. Patana's back in tonight, as is Ehlers, as is Morrissey. Anthony Peluso played Monday, and he's back in the lineup tonight. Scott Kosmachuk after the puck in the corner. Into the high slot. TJ Gagliardi back for Julian Melchiori. Melchiori played it down low. Off the stick of Lowry, back for Gagliardi, and Scott Kosmachuk gets that through traffic and right on Laurent Beausois.
Well, some good work from this line. Kosmachuk just throwing it to that. He's one of those guys, a couple goals in Penticton in that rookie tournament. 49 last year for Guelph. Coming into the last 2 games of the year, he was at 45, scored 4 goals in the second last game of the season, but wasn't able to find that 50th in the last one playing with Guelph, but he's all right. He was happy with 49.
He got kicked out early in that last
That's
game.
right.
But yeah, he got 4 in the second last game to get to that 49 mark and couldn't find 50. The other guy that got the 49 last year was Nick Ehlers, and he scored his 49th in the first period of the last game. And said he had a number of chances, had a couple of breakaways, and just couldn't find the 50th. O'Neill for Melchiori. Back for O'Neill. Right on Brossoit. Rebound Brossoit off there at Tangradi. Tangradi trying to work it off the backboards against Kachev. Kachev giving away a lot of height and weight in that battle with Tangradi. Peluso for O'Neill. Melchiori through traffic, blocked in front of the net, cleared away by Klefbom. Bogdan Yakimov lets the shot go, and Hutchinson steers that away. Cormier plays it back. Off the backboards, Will O'Neill for Julian Melchiori. Melchiori bumped off the puck by Tyler Pitlick. Save made by Michael Hutchinson, his best save of the night. And now we've got a little bit of extracurricular activity at the side of the Jets' goal.
Well, Michael Hutchinson hasn't seen much tonight, only 8 shots, 2 in this last shift. And he has to make a save as Melchiori just hangs on to the puck a little too long. The pressure, Pitlick walks out front, lets the shot. Good job Hutchinson staying square to the puck. Nice and big, able to make the save as Pitlick throws it right into his crest. Well, Michael Hutchinson, Paul Maurice said, depends how busy he is. Well, we're just about halfway through the game. He's only seen 10 shots, so chances are they'll let him finish this one off.
And when we talked with Paul Maurice this morning, Shane, he told us everything is on the table. Half the game, 2 periods, or the full game. It's all going to depend on what you just mentioned, his workload in this game tonight. And so far, it has not been a busy night for Michael Hutchinson. Pitlick, without a stick, is going to try and control it in the Jets zone. Now goes back. That's not bad work right there. Gets up, gets the stick, and still has the puck. Pitlick now in on the forecheck. Wheeler sends it back, and Jacob Trouba will send it for Morrissey and through the middle for Kane. Steers it into the Edmonton zone. Wheeler almost stole it. Trouba breaks it up at center. He scrambled for a loose puck, and Iwanek will send the long shot in wide of the Jets' net. After it is Eberle. Eberle dishes off, and Cale Kessie with the sharp angle shot into that right-handed catching glove of Michael Hutchinson, and Hutchinson will hang up. Tyler Pitlick in a little battle both for the puck and the stick, and kind of gets both at the same time. 2-0 Jets.
There's a look at Will O'Neill as an assist in this game after that great pass to Gagliardi. But here's another play in the blue line. Great job by the defenseman. Head up all the way, waits for traffic to get to the front, and then gets the shot through. You can see his head up, looking the whole time, making sure, little pause, waits for the traffic. Great play by O'Neill, real heads up play. He talked about playing in St. John's, had a great playoff there for that team, helping lead them to the finals. Played 18 games, 16 points, almost a point a game player in playoffs. So a big part of the back end for Keith McCambridge and the Ice Caps.
Face off in the Winnipeg Jets zone. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins out with Jordan Eberle and Nail Yakupov. Passes right onto the stick of Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk sends it ahead to Gagliardi. Rink wide, Morrissey's shot. Brossoit kicked that away. It's a long year for Scott Kosmachuk as his team, Guelph, went all the way to the Memorial Cup. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins off the rush. Finds the top corner, and the Oilers cut into the Jets' lead.
Well, the Oilers finally able to get through, and it's the big line. It's in their own end. They're coming down. Josh Morrissey's a little too deep on the wall. Nugent-Hopkins comes through the middle, and he makes no mistake as he goes high glove on Michael Hutchinson. Kosmachuk on the back check. Trouba didn't move over quick enough. There has to be a rotation there. That's part of those kinks you want to work out in the preseason, but Nugent-Hopkins looks in fine form there with that finish. High glove on Hutchinson.
So a 2-1 score now here midway through the second period. Ehlers into the Oilers zone, lost control of it. Klefbom, rink wide for Nail Yakupov. Looking for Draisaitl, that's turned over. Ehlers is on it. Nick Ehlers behind for Haluschuk. Haluschuk and Keith Hawley to the backboards. And the Oilers control. Marincin tried to get it out of the zone, looking for Draisaitl. Oilers will try it again. Yakupov now out there with Draisaitl and Pouliot. That shot got blocked in front, and Adam Pardy will turn it up ice for Matt Haluschuk. Haluschuk will drop there for Ehlers. It's picked off, and Nail Yakupov back in. Yakupov trying to dance his way through. Sharp angle, centered it, no one there. But a good rush from Yakupov. Ehlers battling with Klefbom. To the front of the net. That pass never got through as Miller tried to jam it through a couple of legs. Shot from the line, rebound. Benoit Pouliot, save made by Michael Hutchinson. Kept it at the line. Draisaitl shot from the blue line, save made as Marincin put it onto the stick of Gernat. And Michael Hutchinson with the save.
Well, that Nugent Hopkins goal's got a little jump on the Oilers' legs, and it's Yakupov coming down. Petan's caught playing defense. Little play by Yakupov, splitting the D, and then he tries to center it, but it's just out of the reach of his teammates as Hutchinson was sliding over. But Yakupov looking for a bounce back year. Struggled last season for the Oilers, and nice little move there for him. Minus 33 last year, only 11 goals in 63 games, had 17 in his rookie campaign in 48 games.
Yes, that shortened season, and did end up in the NHL after a little bit of controversy, but had a very, very good year in that shortened campaign. Will O'Neill for Anthony Peluso. No room. Peluso will play it back for O'Neill. Off his stick to Melchiori and back for O'Neill and quickly for Peluso. Peluso plays it through to Eric Tangradi. Jets with 18 shots on goal. They've had another 11 blocked in this game. Melchiori. Rolling puck, sends it in. Heads to the bench on the change. Justin Schultz up for Kachev. Kachev turned it over, but it does get onto the stick of Yakimov, and now he'll turn it over to Evander Kane. Through for Scheifele. Scheifele looked like he had a step on Justin Schultz, but the puck was rolling, and that allowed Schultz to recover. Icing is waved off, and Tyler Pitlick is in on the loose puck. Plays it deep, looking for Cale Kessie, former Medicine Hat Tiger. And grabbed off by Trouba. His pass a little beyond the reach of Blake Wheeler. Hutchinson will send it up the boards and chop back into the Edmonton zone. And this will have enough to get across the icing line. Face-off will come back.
Well, we talked about trying to shake that rust off, little plays, and this is a good example. Jacob Trouba coming around, just a simple pass up to Blake Wheeler, just a little too far to the reach. Once you get going in games, those are passes Trouba will make every time, but here in this first preseason game, just a little bit out of the reach of Blake Wheeler.
Marincin for Jordan Eberle, who drew the assist on the goal by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins back for Marincin. That shot goes off Jacob Trouba. Karam's to the corner. Scheifele is on it. Scheifele sends it ahead. Here comes Kane. Kane in a foot race. Kane to the backboards. Kane trying to come up with it there as he battles with Gernat. And Gernat will send it ahead for Eberle. Eberle plays it deep into the Jet zone. Adam Pardy. Scott Kosmachuk lost his footing. Adam Pardy will send it ahead to Gagliardi. Gagliardi pokes it by Darnell Nurse. After it goes Adam Lowry. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins stripped to the puck by Lowry. Adam Pardy back for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk spins off a check. Back to the line for Pardy through traffic. That floated wide. Grant Putzum jumped on it. Lowry sends it back down low. Kosmachuk trying to spin away from Justin Schultz for TJ Gagliardi. Gagliardi opened the scoring in this game in the opening period. Adam Pardy for Kosmachuk. Tees it up. Looking for that far side. Missed the net. Hardy hustles to try and hold it in. Can't. Break away now. In for Pitlick, and he fired that one wide. Chance there for Pouliot. And he missed the target. Kosmachuk drops it back. Pouliot on the back check after the chance. Kosmachuk, the slap shot, that just went wide.
Well, a couple of good chances at both ends, but both were wide. Pouliot just put that a good half foot wide off that right post on Hutchinson.
Oilers start back with Draisaitl to the Jets line. Plays it around where Melchiori will chase it down. Ketchup is after him. And back into the center ice area as Miller tried to get it back to the line. Clefbaum plays it cross ice. In it goes, and Michael Hutchinson is going to grab and hang on to that one, as on the doorstep was Andrew Miller. So Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets the Edmonton Oilers on the board and cuts into the Jets' lead.
Dire relief after tough play at the blue line, gets caught on his backhand. Pouliot pokes it loose. He comes down on Michael Hutchinson and tries to go low. Blocker blows it wide on him, but tough play by Party and Pouliot. A lot of these left-handers, you face a normal left-hand catching goalie, you want to go low. Blocker, Hutchinson maybe made him think a little too much on that play as Pouliot put it wide, but Adam Party gets a little bit of a break after some good in-zone pressure by Party in the line up front with Lowry, Kosmachuk, and Gagliardi. Oilers had a chance to tie it.
Hardy continues to lead the Jets in ice time at 13-11 so far in this contest. Marincin trying to spin away from Anthony Peluso. Came outside the line, and Andrew Miller has to hustle back for the Oilers. Turned over, Trouba, and he tried to find Eric Tangradi in a 2-on-1. Ketchup with Yakimov. Yakimov scores! They combine on a 2-on-1, and the Oilers have tied the game. 2-2.
Oh, a pretty passing play. Ketchup to Yakimov, and he finishes off making no mistake for the Jets. Trouba, a great read. He has a chance to shoot. Over handles it, looks for the pass. That turns back the other way, a 2-on-1. Ketchup with a great little pass over the stick of Morrissey. And Yakimov puts it past Hutchinson, who doesn't have much of a chance. He gets over, but a perfectly placed shot, and it's a 2-2 game.
Great pass by Ketchup. So the Oilers, after being down 2-0, have pulled even. Scheifele. And that ricochets, and the Oilers back into the Winnipeg zone, but cleared out to center ice. And Adam Party will try it now, ahead for Kane. Away from him, Scheifele for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler wide, shot, rebound, just beyond the reach of Kane. Adam Party down for Kane, in for Wheeler. Wheeler being watched by Keith Ollie. Ollie leads all players in this game in block shots with 5. Big hit at center ice as Kutzem stepped into a Wannock. Scheifele off the boards for Wheeler. Wheeler going wide. Wheeler trying to drive the net. Darnell Nurse, good job defensively there against Blake Wheeler. Trouba for Scheifele. Darnell Nurse will chase this down into his own zone. Out at center for Curtis Hamilton. Scheifele stepped, or rather Trouba stepped up to break that up. And Nurse will try it again. Under 3 to go second period. Dennis Bayak, Sarah Orlesky, Shane Knighty, and our TSN crew here at the MTS Center. We'll be in Minneapolis on Saturday as the preseason schedule continues for the Jets. Lowry ties his man up. Jacob Trouba's on the puck. Nice outlet pass. Gagliardi for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk back to Gagliardi. Gagliardi to the front of the net. And it's batted away, and Curtis Hamilton turns it up ice. Marincin joins the rush. Shot kicked away, rebound, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in front for Everly, and Hutchinson got a piece of that. Gagliardi will get it back to the Edmonton line, and Marincin will go back and regroup for the Oilers. Benoit Pouliot for Nail Yakupov. Back for Pouliot as that puck bounces around. Gernat plays it deep. and the Jets finally do take over. Nick Petan after the puck through center ice. Petan with Haluschuk. Petan will chase it to the near side boards. Petan against Ollie. Haluschuk trying to dig it free. Draisaitl there as well. And the Jets send it deep into the Edmonton zone. Haluschuk blocks it. Haluschuk to the line. Melchiori back for Nick Petan. Petan quickly gets it for Ehlers and back for Petan. And back for Ehlers with Haluschuk. Bounces off a shin pad to the side of the net. Finally taken there by Klefbom, but he turns it over. Ehlers is on it. Ehlers gets it to the front of the net. Oh, he tried to go cross ice. Haluschuk was wide open. Haluschuk, Klefbom, Scheifele. Scheifele is on it. Scheifele trying to walk it out front, and just getting enough of him was Nail Yakupov to prevent him from getting to the front of the net. Deflected in by Blake Wheeler. Another edition of Lawless and Order coming up between periods 2 and 3. Blitzen. Lead pass, misses Wheeler, icing waved off, and Brossoit will play it for Darnell Nurse, and the Oilers start back up trying to get one last offensive attack. Kachev into the slot, score! Kachev for Justin Schultz, who joins the rush. And with under 10 seconds to go in the second, the Oilers have taken a 3-2 lead.
Well, after a good shift by the Jets, the Oilers come down. They're an attack team. This is how they score a lot of goals, off the rush. Kachev, a nice little play, drop pass. Yakimov gets it in. Kachev stops up, finds Schultz. He joins a second wave, and he puts it over top of Michael Hutchinson. Say size doesn't matter. Kachev, 5'9", 141 pounds. Another great feed by him as he picks up his second assist of the game.
Justin Schultz getting that shot away quickly, which he had to. Eric Tangradi in on the forecheck with a good hit on Justin Schultz. So after finding themselves down 2-0, Shane, a good comeback by the Oilers.
Well, credit the Oilers. They turned it completely around. It was all Jets early in that period. Only 2 shots by the Oilers in the first 9 minutes. After that, they just exploded with another 10. So the Jets on their heels for the back half. I'm sure they'll go in this intermission and get ready for the third.
So the Edmonton Oilers with 3 unanswered goals after Gagliardi and Haluschuk had given the Jets a 2-0 lead. 40 minutes in the books. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins got it going. For the Oilers, it's 3-2. And Tyler Rimmer leads the Edmonton Oilers onto the ice for the start of the third period. Taking over from Laurent Brossoit. Here's your second period summary. Matt Haluschuk on the power play. Kane and Scheifele the assist. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins got the Oilers on the scoreboard. A very good second half to that period for Edmonton. Nail Yakimov from Kachev. And then it was Justin Schultz from Kachev and Yakimov in 1951 as we take a look at Tyler Rimmer. Played in the CHL last season. And then also Oklahoma of the American Hockey League. Rebound right off the pad of Hutchinson. Loose puck. Oilers looking for the goal that would give them a 2-goal lead. And they almost had it.
Well, as we're introducing the Oiler netminder Rimmer into the pipes, the Oilers capitalize off an early turnover by the Jets. Blitzen just tries to throw it up the wall, turns it over to Eberle. Quick play to Hamilton, little play to the front, and Nugent-Hopkins gets a redirect, and then on the play tries to bank it in. It lands right in front of Hutchinson. A scramble in front, finally able to cover it up, but not exactly the start the Jets were looking for.
So Michael Hutchinson, as Paul Maurice told us today, depending on what the workload was, he may play the entire game, and he does start the third period. Play whistle down, a holding penalty coming. And the Winnipeg Jets will pick up their first penalty of the hockey game as Josh Morrissey heads to the penalty box.
Well, this isn't what the Jets wanted to start the third. A turnover and now a penalty. Morrissey gets that free hand, wraps up the Oiler player, and now the Winnipeg's penalty kill, which was excellent in the first preseason game, goes to work.
First power play of the game for Edmonton. The Jets took 6 minors against Minnesota on Monday, which is too many. Winnipeg Jets last year were shorthanded 291 times. Only 5 teams in the NHL were shorthanded more, and the Jets were shorthanded 150 times at home to tie Ottawa for the most in the NHL. Justin Schultz controls it at the line, and the loose puck taken by Adam Lowry, who did a very good job in the penalty kill on Monday. Lowry will clear it down the ice and make his way to the Jets bench.
Now Lowry talked about that's a big part of his game that he takes a lot of pride in, is killing penalties.
Snapped around the boards by Nail Yakupov. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tied up by Melchiori. Scramble for a loose puck. Wheeler gets it for Grant Klitzum. Klitzum is on his backhand though, so he'll drop it for Wheeler, who is on his forehand. And Blake Wheeler will get it down the ice. Evander Kane going in there to put a little pressure on Tyler Rimmer. And Justin Schultz will control Edmonton's power play last year in the NHL, 17%, so an area they would like to see improve. Benoit Pouliot, who was brought in to help with that department. Leon Draisaitl turned it over. Here comes Cormier with Halischuk. Cormier sends it around the boards. Halischuk takes a look over that right shoulder to see where everyone is. And then the Oilers will gain control, and Draisaitl will carry it back to the Jets line. Trouba takes it away from Kachev. Kept in at the blue line though. Marincin fires this through some traffic, and a save made as Benoit Pouliot was in front of Michael Hutchinson.
Well, the penalty kill continues to do a good job as Hutchinson not busy in the first half of this game, but a bit different tale here in the second half as he has faced a lot more action. And there's the backup for him tonight as Danny Taylor sits on the bench.
Taken by Kane, and this will make its way out to center ice. Yakupov plays it back for Klefbom. Morrissey out of the penalty box. One shot on goal on that Edmonton power play. Melchiori tried to send it up the boards, could not. Quick shot from Nail Yakupov went wide. Keith Hawley holds it in at the left point. Down for Eberle. Eberle is checked by Scheifele, and Kane over on the far side. One hands the puck back into the neutral zone. Back in behind for Michael Hutchinson. And the Jets will start up. Scheifele winds his way through center. Scheifele wide. Scheifele around Marincin. Wheeler was in front of the net. The puck never did get there. Adam Pardy back for Scheifele, who was off stride. And the Oilers, Marincin will clear, but Adam Pardy sends this right back into the Edmonton zone. Kessie plays it to the line for Iwanek. Iwanek's wrist shot comes off the backboards and will be grabbed and held by Michael Hutchinson. From Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Grey's Anatomy, comes How to Get Away with Murder, starring Viola Davis. The series premiere tomorrow at 9 Central on CTV.
Well, another good crowd for the preseason game here at MTS Center as the Jets look to find a way to tie this one or grab the lead here before this final third ends.
So a good test for this group. Steelers.
Great test for these young players to play a goal down here and kind of force themselves to push it.
Bouncing puck out through center, got away from Patan. Kachev, who's been very good for the Oilers from the second period on especially. Justin Schultz couldn't control it, but then Schultz dives back and knocked it away before Ehlers could get an odd man rush going for the Jets. Kachev back in behind the Jets net. Klitzum is there. Patan ahead for Ehlers. Ehlers the lead pass. Ehlers takes that feed from O'Neill. And now Ehlers in the corner, bumping there with Keith Hawley. Klefbom drops it back for Miller. Back for Hawley. Anthony Peluso runs into Keith Hawley, and Klitzum breaks it up at center. For Tan Brady. Grady sends it in. Rimmer will stop it behind his own net. Ollie gets bumped on the play, but Draisaitl was there for the loose puck. Adam Pardy stripped to the puck there by Yakupov. To the front of the net, save made. And Michael Hutchinson will hang on.
Well, the crowd looking for something to get them on their feet, and it's Nick Ehlers laying into 6'6", 222-pound Keith Ollie as he gives a little bit of a reverse hit. Waits for him to come. Good hit, shoulder to the chest. They both go down, but the 18-year-old showing a little bit of fire in his game after just missing that breakaway pass. It was a touch out of his reach.
Will O'Neill with that lead pass. You're right. Ehlers was in behind everyone. Scheifele back out, along with Kane and Wheeler against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Eberle and Curtis Hamilton now on that left side. After it goes Evander Kane. Kane ahead there, ahead of Marincin. Looking for Wheeler in the high slot. The pass was just behind him. Hamilton back in for Eberle beyond his reach. Wheeler down low, ran into some traffic. Kept in at the line. Gernat for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Now to Eberle. Back for Nugent-Hopkins. Finds a little bit of room. Nice play by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Into the high slot for Eberle. Eberle spins it off the boards. Klitzum is there. Outside the line. Delay call. Jets will clear. And here comes Scheifele. Scheifele 1-on-4. Chopped off of his stick. And Gernat plays it around the boards. Hamilton looking for that lead pass. Finds Nail Yakupov. Yakupov trying to cut his way through. Does. Good save by Michael Hutchinson as he got the left pad down. Benoit Pouliot back to the line. Darnell Nurse couldn't handle that hard pass. Kosmachuk now in a foot race there with Justin Schultz, and Schultz gets there first. Pile up in the corner, but the Oilers do control. Yakupov for Pouliot. Pouliot tees it up. Hutchinson the save. Draisaitl headed to the front of the net for the rebound, but the Jets gain control. Gagliardi to the line and in. Gagliardi and Nurse to the backboards. Adam Lowry's after it. Draisaitl is there. Gagliardi away from Justin Schultz. Penalty coming up to Gagliardi as he got the stick up on Justin Schultz. So for the second time this period, Edmonton will go to the power play as Gagliardi, who did score in the opening period, will head to the penalty box here in the third. Tomorrow, TSN Hockey Insider Bob McKenzie unveils his annual preseason draft ranking in a 30-minute special beginning at 6:30 p.m. Central on TSN 4 and 5.
Well, Gagliardi trying to go around Justin Schultz, gets the stick up high in the face. Call right in front of the official, and the Jets go right back to the penalty kill.
Leon Draisaitl comes out along with Pouliot, Yakupov, Justin Schultz, and Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. Jacob Trouba unable to clear it, came to the side of the net. Hutchinson jumps on it and hangs on.
Well, Michael Hutchinson's going to be a big part here of keeping this a one-goal lead. Edmonton's had numerous chances early in this third, and Jacob Trouba, this rolling puck, just hops on him. Thinks he has more time, and it hops over his stick as he tries to send that down the ice.
Oilers are now out shooting the Jets 26-19. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins leads all shooters with 6 shots. Nail Yakupov took that clearing pass in the shield. Draisaitl for Benoit Pouliot. He tried to redirect it to Nail Yakupov, and the Jets will send that down the ice. Justin Schultz, who has the go-ahead goal that came late in the second period for Draisaitl. His pass doesn't find an Oiler jersey, and that allows Grant Klitzum to clear it down the ice. Cormier almost steals, gets it to Blake Wheeler. Wheeler gets forced wide. Wheeler plays it back to Julian Melchiori. Melchiori back down for Cormier. Cormier and Darnell Nurse after it. Nurse will play it for Schultz, and Schultz will play it up the boards for Eberle. No room for Eberle. He'll just play it back for Darnell Nurse, and he'll leave it for Justin Schultz. Up for Eberle. Eberle drops for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, for Schultz, for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to the goal line as it's controlled by the Oilers. Curtis Hamilton back for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. For Schultz, he turned it over. Haluschuk now one-on-one. Lowry trying to make it a two-on-one. Lowry to the front of the net, and he couldn't get that puck to settle down on the pass from Matt Haluschuk. Back for Nugent-Hopkins. In for Eberle. Eberle and Party to the backboards. Eberle controls. Cross ice feed for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. At the line, Marincin. Back for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He tried to go cross ice to Eberle, and that got picked off. Scheifele now trying to get his stick on that puck. Could not, save by Hutchinson. And Kane will try and rattle it off the boards, but the Oilers hold it in. Power play is over. One shot on goal for Edmonton on that man advantage. Kane winds his way to the line and in, but Katchev got enough of that at the blue line to force the Jets offside.
Well, the penalty kill does another good job. A lot of good sticks. Matt Haluschuk, great job reading that play. Anticipation, comes down the ice, and Lowry gets on his horse, tries to get up. The pass just a little bit over Lowry's stick as he was breaking to the net, but a great read, great stick by Matt Haluschuk.
Left bomb for Ollie. Ahead for Bogdan Yakimov and on for Miller. Katchev in on the forecheck along with Will O'Neill. Off the backboards. Taken and flipped. Ehlers couldn't get a stick on it. Nick Petan now will control. And Petan trying to feather it through for Ehlers. That got picked off, and Katchev back in with Miller. Miller goes rink wide. Yakimov behind the net. Morrissey chopped it away. Ehlers is on it. Petan down low as well. Petan up for Ehlers, but he has a couple of Oilers right on him. Ollie couldn't hold it in, and here comes Matt Haluschuk. Haluschuk with Petan headed to the front of the net. Haluschuk tried to get it there. It goes off the stick of Keith Ollie and into the netting in the Oilers' end of the ice.
Well, Matt Haluschuk, he's known as a hard worker. Mentioned the great season he had in Nashville last year. A little bit of an injury, 5 goals here, but he is a guy that brings it every day. Practice, it doesn't slow down for him. It's 110% no matter what he's doing. And he's got a goal here tonight and did a great job on the penalty kill.
4 shots on goal in the game for Haluschuk. He leads the Jets in that category. Gagliardi back into his own end. Adam Party takes the pass, goes rink wide for Kosmachuk, and Kosmachuk. And play whistle down, and we have an interference penalty.
This is going to Gagliardi, and I don't know, this is, I think, just accidental contact. Happened right on the blue line of the Oilers zone. I think it's going to Gagliardi. Nobody knows who it's going to. And there it is, as the two of them come together away from the play, and that is the call. Gagliardi goes right back to the box. I don't know if Paul Maurice is very happy with that call, but right now the Jets back on the penalty kill again this period.
Third power play of the game for Edmonton. Schultz and Eberle play give and go. Shot from Schultz. That goes off someone in front of the net and up into the netting, and we get a stoppage. Nail Yakupov looks on.
Well, he's one of those players. Young players look for fresh starts. He thinks he has one, and Evander Kane looking to have more like a 30 or 40 goal season, even 50 as he suggests, after just 19 last year, but he had injuries. And looking to really excel this year. Came in fantastic shape, always a well-conditioned athlete, has that tremendous speed.
Scheifele and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins face off. Scheifele wins it, and Adam Party will slip it around the boards. Tyler Rimmer leaves it, and the Oilers get their power play going. That's broken up at center ice by Scheifele. Kane follows up on the play, delayed offside. They'll clear the zone, and play will continue. Here comes Eberle. Watched by Scheifele. Eberle pulls away from Kane. Gets stripped of the puck goal by Trouba. Kane had Scheifele and it hit a body. Or Scheifele may have been off to the races all by himself. And now play whistle down, offside called against the Oilers.
Well, yeah, Mark Scheifele was kind of hanging by the red line. Evander Kane they both knew what they wanted to do, but Kane couldn't get enough on the puck to send Scheifele out. I like how the Jets go for it when they have a chance. Good job by Trouba stepping up here on Eberle. Kane tries to throw this up. Scheifele's going. He thinks Kane has another whack too. And then the third one just tries to reach out and one-hand that forward, but can't do it.
Wheeler back for Klitzum, and Grant Klitzum will hammer this down the ice. 1 minute now left in the minor penalty to TJ Gagliardi. Oilers up by 1. Benoit Pouliot sends it in. Melchiori's after it in the corner. Ketchup there as well. Oilers dig it out. Marincin at the line, looks for Draisaitl and finds him. Shot, save, rebound, and Ketchup couldn't get a stick on that quick enough. Marincin back for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl on the Oiler power play to Benoit Pouliot, mishandled at the side of the net, and Melchiori is on it. And Melchiori is going to try and make something out of this shorthanded situation. Finds Blake Wheeler. Wheeler then gets tripped up by Marincin. There's going to be a penalty coming to the Edmonton Oilers. Cross ice feed for Trouba just beyond his reach. Trouba, Adam Party's in front of the net. Slot for Wheeler, slides it across. Chance now for Lowry, and a save. Back for Trouba. Shot through traffic, and now finally the Oilers will touch it. Only 2 seconds left in the Gagliardi penalty, and the Jets will get their second power play of the game.
Well, good job by Melchiori. He's the one who skates this up as Marincin trips up Wheeler, but Melchiori up to Wheeler. Wheeler, great play. Goes inside, comes back outside, has the step on Marincin. Stick in the feet. Great job by Wheeler, who's set up by Melchiori, moving his feet to get out of the zone.
And as much as they did create some chances, they also ran off some time on the Gagliardi penalty to give themselves some less 4-on-4 time and more 5-on-4 time here. Petan out with Ehlers and Kosmachuk to start the power play as Gagliardi is now out of the penalty box. Cleared in, and Michael Hutchinson is going to hang on to it. With a couple of Oilers on his doorstep, he'll hang on to it. That'll allow the Jets to complete their change. Gagliardi will come to the bench, and Josh Morrissey will come out on the blue line.
Well, with Wheeler and Kane just coming off the ice a little bit tired, this gives a chance for the young power play unit, Kosmachuk, Petan, and Ehlers.
Controlled by Jacob Trouba. His first NHL goal came against the Oilers in the season opener last year in Edmonton. Around the boards, Ehlers is after it, lets it go to Morrissey. Morrissey for Kosmachuk, didn't get enough on the pass. And Klefbom will break it up and send this into the Winnipeg end of the ice. Ehlers looking for some room. He can skate. Here comes Ehlers to the line and in for Petan. And Petan looking for Kosmachuk. It ends up at the line for Trouba. Trouba dishes it off. Ehlers quick shot, save, rebound. And Petan couldn't get it out of the pads of Tyler Rimmer in time.
Well, they do a good job getting a chance here. It's Ehlers who ends up on the half wall as he rolls up top from the Trouba fake shot, puts it towards the net. Petan gets a tip on it. Rimmer makes the save. Petan tries with the rebound as both attempts were stopped, but a couple chances for this Jets power play unit.
Scheifele wins the draw. Trouba for Morrissey, shot right on. The rebound was there. Wheeler didn't see it in time. And Jordan Eberle will send the Jets back. Morrissey straight up the ice. That nice pass to Wheeler in full flight. Wheeler around Schultz to the net, save, and the loose puck was there for a split second. To the line, but not out. Morrissey back to Wheeler. Great pass by Morrissey and great speed by Wheeler.
How many times have we seen that over the years? Blake Wheeler coming down that off wing. He gets a step on a defenseman. They don't have a chance.
Got it to the net. Couldn't get it by Rimmer. Ehlers now chips it in and goes after it. Ehlers around Curtis Hamilton to the blue line. Klitzum gets it for O'Neill. The shot right on. Rimmer the save and the rebound cleared. Hutchinson will play it ahead for O'Neill. Back for Klitzem and back for O'Neill. For Petan, drops for Klitzem on for Ehlers. Ehlers gets closed out quickly by Kachev. 4 shots on that power play for the Winnipeg Jets, but they still find themselves down by a goal here with 6:10 to go in the third. The lead pass through for Gagliardi. Gagliardi gets wrapped up. Halishchuk plays it around the boards. Morrissey was going to go in, but Kachev gets to the puck first. Vladimir Kachev to the side of the net. Yakimov got knocked down. And the puck lifted back into the Edmonton zone. Is this going to make its way for icing? Yes, it will. Faceoff will come back with under 6 now to go here in the third.
Well, the Jets, good chances on the power play to tie this game up as Paul Maurice looks at his bench. It's Morrissey, little quick play. Wheeler in full flight, gets a step around Justin Schultz, cuts to the net, tries to sneak at 5-hole. Rimmer actually looks behind him as the puck gets caught up underneath in his pads, able to keep it out, but good speed by Blake Wheeler coming down as he looks for a 5-hole.
Petan and Draisaitl facing off. Jets gain control, but the pass misses Kosmachuk. Morrissey. Straight up the ice, off Marincin. Kosmachuk first on the loose puck. For Adam Lowry. Up the boards, kept in at the line by Josh Morrissey. Back for Adam Lowry. Couldn't get control of it, and Benoit Pouliot starts back. Kosmachuk forces him to make a bad pass. Nail Yakupov almost steals it from Morrissey, but now Gagliardi can't get it outside the line, and now on a second try he will. Schultz back to the Jets line. Morrissey's going to try this one more time. Wheeler off the bench, takes the pass. Wheeler, 1-on-3 into the Edmonton zone, but Wheeler controls long enough to get some help. Scheifele, tight turns, gets it to Kane. Kane tried to force it through to Wheeler. And Miller back for Edmonton for Pitlick, and Pitlick's shot goes wide to the front of the net. All the way to the blue line. Klefbom gets bumped. Pitlick couldn't get a stick on it. And it's back for Keith Aulie. Both teams interchange. Aulie for Klefbom, looking for Pitlick, too far for him. And back for Halishchuk. And this gets cleared into the Edmonton bench. And we get a stoppage in play. 4:10 left to go in the third period. And the Edmonton Oilers lead by 1. CFL on TSN. Action continues with Wendy's Friday Night Football. A doubleheader. First, the Alouettes against the Red Blacks. That's followed by the Rough Riders and the Eskimos in a Western showdown. Live coverage kicks off 6 p.m. Central across the TSN network. There's some Bomber fans in the building as Bombers anxiously awaiting word on Drew Willie. Whether or not he'll be ready to go. Hamilton Tiger Cats here in Winnipeg for a Saturday night encounter. Big game for the Blue.
Huge game for the Bombers. For that, the Jets here would like to find a way in this remaining 4 minutes to tie this one up.
Another key face-off. Jets 62% of the face-offs they have won in this game. Eberle back in, forced wide by Jacob Trouba. Under 4 to go. Wheeler is on the puck. Ahead for Scheifele. Scheifele has Trouba with him as he joins the rush. Scheifele tried to cut to the inside, got his feet taken out from under him. And back for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Pulls up against the checking of Trouba. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to the front. Big save. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Great patience to find Jordan Eberle. And Michael Hutchinson keeps this a 1-goal game.
Well, Nugent-Hopkins, the first overall pick from 2011. A great little play as Eberle thought he might have had one. Nugent-Hopkins, a little spin play on Trouba. Cuts down the line, and then just a little pass out in front. Gets it past Morrissey's stick. Good job by Hutchinson to move across. as Eberle, it's a little bit of a rolling puck on him.
Yakupov, number 1 overall in 2012, not in the lineup tonight. Taylor Hall, number 1 overall in 2010. Grant Klitzum down for Ehlers, has some room, and it slipped off the end of his stick as he was getting ready to pull the trigger. Halmstrak's hit the goalpost. Scramble at the side of the net. The third pipe the Jets have hit in this game tonight.
Wow, the goalies, little luck here to their post, as you said, Dennis, and a great shot by Halmstrak. This is all set up by Adam Pardy, who made a great little play on the wall as Rimmer can't believe it. So the Jets, Pardy keeps this in. Little play inside out, finds Halmstrak in that high slot right at the top of the circle. Quick shot through Rimmer, and the Jets oh so close as it finds that post right back underneath the goaltender.
Rimmer did get a piece of that.
Got just enough to slow it up.
Lowry out for the face-off, and Lowry tripped up off the face-off by Iwanek.
Oh, Lowry not happy about something.
Well, not like the Oilers and Jets haven't been involved in some fisticuffs before. Kosmachuk for Adam Pardy. Pardy puts on the brakes, does hold it in. And now cleared by Pitlick and back to the Jets line for Klitzum. Quickly up for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk, Schultz closes in on him, gets it deep. After it goes Lowry. Klitzum jumps in from the line, holds it in the Edmonton zone. Puts it to the open corner, but Justin Schultz will be first on the puck. And he'll bounce it back into the Jet zone. Hutchinson has to come out and clear it, doesn't get it out. And the wrist shot from the left side by Travis Iwanek into the catching glove of Michael Hutchinson. 2:39 left to go in regulation. It's a 1-goal lead as Paul Maurice sees his team down by 1.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets trying to find a way to tie this up after being up 2-0, losing the lead. And look at the Jets benches. These guys will be trying to force it as much as they can. Paul Maurice has shortened the bench. Guys like Peluso, Tangradi, Cormier, they haven't seen much ice. It's gone down to 3 lines, and now he'll look to his top line, and Scheifele, Kane, and Wheeler, the big guys here to try and find the equalizer.
Scheifele has won 12 of 20 faceoffs in this game. Petan has won 9 of 12. Lowry has won 6 of 10 as we look at Jacob Trouba. Cormier has won 6 of 9, and Scheifele will be out there to take this face-off. Mark Scheifele became a very important face-off man for Team Canada at the World Championships. This is going to be an icing call, except Kane gets there first, and that'll negate that. And now the Jets pour in after it. Kane centers, looking for Scheifele. Scheifele on a bouncing puck to the line of Morrissey. Cross ice, Trouba tees it up. Save made by Rimmers. He got that right arm up. Scramble for a loose puck, and Scheifele has it. Scheifele to Kane, redirect to the side of the net. And Rimmer's going to jump on it and hang on, so some good hustle there from Evander Kane.
Well, it was a design play off the face-off. Kane just gets on it, goes after to outskate that good face-off win, but good pressure. Wheeler's stick's being held up. He can't get a hold of it, eventually finds a way as Scheifele sneaks in, but a couple of good chances, and he tries to find Kane. Tries to tip this just the short side, gets enough of the stick, but Rimmer has the paddle down, makes the save.
Justin Schultz for Eberle. And Eberle will bounce this ahead for Curtis Hamilton. Hamilton goes wide. Back to the blue line, a slap shot. Hutchinson the save as Darnell Nurse let that one fly. We'll keep an eye on Michael Hutchinson as we are under 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Edmonton up by 1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in a battle there with Grant Klitzum gets it for Eberle. Eberle twisting and turning, looking cross ice. Curtis Hamilton couldn't get a stick on it. And the Jets come back with Gagliardi. Slides it through, goes after it. Didn't get it deep, and the Oilers will clear. Oilers trying to get a line change in. Wide open is Scheifele on this near side. And a rolling puck results in an offside call with 1:24 to go.
Oh, Mark Scheifele puts himself offside. The ice may be a little bit chewed up here late in the game as it bounces on him, but I wonder if this Paul Maurice is going to call a timeout. No, I think he's going to keep them going. This is maybe where that conditioning comes in as he puts Scheifele, Kane Wheeler right back out.
He did pass on a signal to Michael Hutchinson, and that was the signal. We gain control, you head to the bench. 6 attackers. Trouba, good job by Trouba to hold that in. Trouba down low in front for Scheifele, and it rolled off his stick as he got poke checked. Kept in by Kane. Sends it around the boards. Scheifele in for Ehlers and behind for Wheeler. Wheeler watched by Ollie. Kane is on the puck looking for a little bit of room. Into the final minute. Josh Morrissey, cross ice feed. Scheifele tried to settle that bouncing puck down, and this ends up in the mesh in behind the Oiler net.
Well, it's like a tennis ball out there right now, trying to settle that puck down and make a clean pass. The Jets do a good job keeping it in zone, but just can't find the puck to settle down as Kane trying to come out, goes off a stick. Morrissey puts it in off another stick. It's bouncing. Scheifele trying to settle it, and then another stick and right out of play. So, you know, the Oilers are going to collapse right to the front of the net. They're going to protect that area as the Jets will use their timeout now, and Pascal Vincent will try and draw up a play here that'll make it work.
Well, they've had a couple of looks in the past few minutes. Just unable to get a good, real clean shot.
Well, puck has been bouncing a lot. They have had chances here and trying to turn it on, and the clock winds down, but it's a good opportunity here for this top line. You look for game situations, real game situations in preseason here, trying to find that tying goal late in the game. It's good to have your big guys out there to do it.
And the face-off, of course, will be critical. Scheifele, 61% in this game. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 45% in this game, and those are the two that will take this draw. Scheifele wins it, pulls it back, kept in. Kane had it get away from him, and Eberle will send it back into the Jets' end of the ice. So a face-off win by Scheifele, but the Jets could not get to it on before the Oilers did, and now Scheifele will carry back in. Darnell Nurse taken to the backboards. Kane on the loose puck. Cleared around. Trouba's going to hold it in. And now it will ricochet out to center ice. 20 seconds. Slapped right back in by Morrissey. Ehlers around the boards with Darnell Nurse. Kane there as well. Jets trying to get good control of it. At the line, Trouba to the front of the net. Chance. Rimmer comes across, makes the save. Ehlers to the front of the net. They bang away at it. And down is Tyler Rimmer, and he hangs on with 2.4 on the clock.
Well, the Jets throwing everything they can to the front of the net. It all started with a broken stick shot by Jacob Trouba. Gets to the net. Ehlers has a chance. He tries, spins around, puts it out front. Scheifele digging at it. Wheeler right on top of it. But Tyler Rimmer able to keep this out. He does a good job getting that pad down, and you can see Darnell Nurse, you can see Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, everybody joins the pile as they'll have to reset the post here and put the net back on.
Well, 2.4 seconds. Nick Petan, a left-hand shot, will take this face-off, and you wonder, will he try and get it back, or will he try and go straight to the net?
Well, they got Kane there for the option. He tries to go forward.
And Evander Kane from a sharp angle, and the Edmonton Oilers, after giving up a first period goal to TJ Gagliardi, a second period goal to Matt Halistrick, the Oilers come back with 3. We have a scoreless third, Shane, and the Oilers win it 3-2.
Well, the Oilers, you look at the difference in this game, it was that second half of period number 2 where the Jets kind of fell asleep. You know, the Oilers like to be an attack team on the rush. All 3 of their goals come on the rush, and the Jets just couldn't find a way back into this after giving up that 2-goal lead.
These two teams will meet again in Edmonton on Monday, or rather, yes, on Monday, and we will have that one for you. But that will be after the Saturday game in Minnesota against the Minnesota Wild. Back-to-back for the Jets next week in Edmonton, and then home here to the Ottawa Senators. But Shane, give the Oilers credit. they got going with that top line. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who is one of the premier offensive players for the Oilers, he got them on the board, and they went from there.
Well, they did, and that's what you look to when you're a team. You look for your leaders to lead. That's what happened for them. They talked about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins coming in good shape. Dallas Eakins said he's a guy they're going to look to big time this year. So Nugent-Hopkins able to get it through, fire up this team. That goal got them going, and from there, they continue to score in the rush. Justin Schultz eventually with the winner late in that second period.
Certainly cannot make an adjustment, or an assessment rather, on one game when it comes to that line of Scheifele along with Wheeler and Kane, but they certainly did some good things. We saw the speed that I think Paul Maurice is looking for from that trio.
I think we saw a little bit of all. You saw a little bit of maybe not playing in a while, those errors they make, and then you saw the speed. You saw the dynamic of it. But no better example than Wheeler just lifting the one that led to the Kane penalty shot. Kane able to use that speed to get behind everybody, and they have that on both sides. Wheeler on the right, Kane on the left. Wheeler also has the ability to swing to the left. They can switch sides. So there's a lot of different dynamics, and I think as long as that line sticks together, keep patient, don't get too excited if they can't get things going right away. It'll get better and better, and it'll be really good for the Jets to have those elements on both wings.
3-2, the Oilers win this one as they score 3 unanswered in the second period. Next up for the Winnipeg Jets and for us on TSN 3, the Jets in Minneapolis on Saturday to take on the Minnesota Wild, and then back into Edmonton for a game on Monday. Gagliardi in the opening period, Matt Halischuk in the second period for the Winnipeg Jets gave them a 2-0 lead, but then the Oilers come back. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Yakimov, and then what turned out to be the winner, Justin Schultz, late in the second period. Sports Center is up next as we bid you a good night from the MTS Center in Winnipeg.